Hello, yogis and yoginis. Namaste. Welcome once again to Yoga with Vic, to this body part series. And today we're going to be taking care of the knees, that joint that is right in the middle. Well, it's not right in the middle, but right in the middle of the leg, that's for sure. And you don't think about muscles, obviously, when you think about knees, but there's so many muscles around the knees that that's what we're going to target, because we have super powerful quadriceps, hamstrings, all the biceps femoral, we have the hips, we have the tibials, we have the calves, we have so much surrounding the knee. And it's a very complex structure with all the tendons, with all the ligaments. Ligaments are joining bone to bone and the tendons muscle to bone. So there is so much around it that we need to strengthen and stretch at the same time. So you might think, are we targeting? Yes, we're targeting the knees because pretty much we're targeting everything around it to make sure that it's all blending in and very, very healthy. So let's get started. On Hero's Pose, Vajrasana, Virasana, and talking about knees and talking about padding and talking about health, I always recommend it. My mat is pretty thick, and yet sometimes you want some padding. So always get with you blanket, a towel, a little cushion, whatever it is. And whenever it bothers you, just put a little bit of padding because they tend to be very tender, especially if you have some sort of life experience and you've been through a lot and they might have some injuries. So always be very, very mindful with your knee joints because they're very sensitive and there's always a little bit of everything around it. So have a towel or a blanket nearby if you need to. And also recommend to have some blocks if you do have some. And I got my bolster because there's one pose that I really need a bolster to do. So again, just feel free to grab anything you have around the house. Okay, without further ado, we all tooled up and let's go to Vajrasana. Again, if you want to put some cushioning between your heels and your buttocks or here, around here, also feel free. At the moment, I'm not going to use it. And let's land. This is going to be slightly longer than the other classes because there's so much to target. So let's make sure we are landing. Sit down in Vajrasana, put your hands on your lap or whatever you prefer. I mean, on your thighs, on your lap, whatever works. Up or down, and just let's land. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale through the nose. Dip into your belly. Exhale slowly. If there's still a lot bottled up, make sure you just expel it through the mouth so you can take a big exhale. Like a big sigh, a big yawn. You can close your eyes or not, whatever works. Okay, let's take a couple of counting breaths just for the sake of regulating. So take for in for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the shoulders. Remember, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just let the count go. Breathe naturally, however it works. But the idea is to lengthen your exhales. So you're in a relaxed mode. Nothing is rushing. There's a lot going on, but no rush. We don't have to rush already. So let's get ready. Now you're still in Vajrasana. And we're going to just come up. So we're just using this little spring to come up. Engage the glutes when you come up. Push the hip forward and then go down. That's it. That's as simple as that. Just a little bit of a warm up. Come up. Engage the glutes. Push the hip forward and go down. And we're starting to activate the quads. So strength. Again, pat your knees if you need that. You can use your arms if you want. Up, stretch a little bit of a back bend and go down. And you might think already, oh, that's activating, especially if it's early morning like it is here, like 5:30, or maybe earlier for you. You haven't done anything yet, you just woke up, or maybe it's a bit later, whatever works. Just start moving the body. Engage the glutes, engage the quads. Come up. And you don't have to have the toes, I've got the toes together, but you can separate slightly the feet, whatever works. Up, engage glutes, hips forward, a little bit of a back bend, down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, push, push, push. Super strong buttocks. Exhale. Inhale, and let's stay here for a few seconds because we're going to do something that is just slightly harder. We're going to go backwards, but we're not going to bend anything now. We're just going to tilt the body back, 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 like we're going to fall. And then when we think, oh, that's it, that burns, then we bounce back. So it's just bouncing back. So imagine you have a spring, you go back, boom, and you spring forward. You can put your hands ahead of you if that helps, because obviously the higher you put them, the more weight you're putting. So it might be a bit harder. So just put them in front of you. Let's go back. Inhale, exhale, bounce back. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Boom. Exhale, super engaged glutes, super engaged thighs. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale. As if you want to just make it a bit harder. Inhale, exhale. That is too much for early morning. We'll keep it here. Inhale, exhale. And you should feel already your quadriceps on fire. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Awesome. That was a good start. Okay, perfect. Now let's go. The right leg is going to go ahead of us, so we are in the same position, but we have one leg ahead of us, and we're going to do similar to the first one. We're going to come back to the floor and then come up, come back, come up. So we're doing the strength with this the left leg. So come back and come up. And this leg, the right leg, is straight. The toes are looking up, so we're activating the tibia. Come up and come up. Down and up. So you probably feel the squat is on fire, and when you come down, we're stretching the calf, we're stretching the hamstring, the toes are looking up. So we're doing a bit of stretching and a bit of strengthening. Okay. Awesome. And from here we're going to sit down on the side. We can move a little bit the foot towards the side so we don't sit on the foot. And from here we're in this half hero pose, and we're going to recline it. So let me just move a little bit to the front, and slowly you can be here. This is beautiful. You can decide to go on your elbows. And this is also beautiful. And in this case, I'm going to try to go to the floor, because this knee allows me, the other one won't. I know that for sure. And you have a massive stretch of the quadriceps. You probably feel a lot of tension in the knee. If you do have any injuries, be very, very mindful, like you will see me doing on the other side, because it's very, very intense. You can put a bolster behind you. You can stay in your elbows, stay on your arms extended. There's no right or wrong. This is a massive extension. It's a big stretch. Even for the ankle at the moment is in a dorsiflexion. So yeah, it is very, very extended. Okay, let's go slowly up and prop yourself. Let's go back to all fours, kind of. I'm going to go back because then I'm going to need the space. And let's put the left leg ahead of us, toes looking up. And then again, let's go with this movement coming down towards the hips and up, just fine. Where it has to stay. There you go. Down, come up. Down, again, still using the quads to come up and down, and a stretching all the back side of the left leg. Down and up, and engage every single muscle you can. You're probably thinking, I am. It's already all moving and complaining. Okay, one more. Come up, stretch, stretch. Come down, and let's do the hero's pose, the half hero's pose. And then, yeah, just let me get hold of my bolster, because here I'm gonna need it. And let's go back to my half hero. And from here, as I said, you don't need to put your foot under your buttocks, just externally put it on the side a little bit. And then from here, we're gonna go backwards. As I said, you can be very comfortably on your hands. You can go to your elbows, or you can recline all the way. And as I said, I can't recline all the way here. I know myself. I can sometimes, but you know, it doesn't feel good. And then if the knee starts lifting, that is too much. That's not a good thing. So just put yourself a bolster, a cushion, a sofa, you know, the couch cushion, which is thicker, whatever works. Just steal something from your house, or whatever you are. If you're in a hotel, just grab some pillows. And then you'll feel a super stretch, especially in the quads. See, this feels good. If I try to go, I'll show you what happens if I go all the way down. Then my knee goes up, because you know, our body is not symmetrical. It doesn't work the same way. You have, as I said, a long life history and injuries and whatever comes in, and you have to honor that. So let's come up again. Let's remove whatever you have. You see, if I come here, that's what happens. So that's not the idea. So perfect. So let's go now to all fours. And I'm going to just bounce a little bit this. Awesome. And then from here we're going to, I'm going to show you first with the left so you can see it. Extend the leg ahead of us. Ahead as in the side, like kind of 90 degrees from our body. And then from here we're going to go as we did before. We're going to lift the toes and we're going to go backwards. So like we did when we were in hero's pose, but here we're all fours. So it's a slightly different extension. And then we also work in the inner thighs mildly, so we're not going too hard at the moment. And also still using the quadriceps. So working at everything that is, again, around the knee. And here, every time we go back, apart from the inner thighs, we'll also stretch the calves, hamstrings, so everything gets a stretch. But being on the side, we also involve the thighs, the inner thighs. Okay, so let's do a few movements here, awakening the whole body. And let's go to the other side. So stretch the leg, about 90 degrees, toes are looking up. And then we go back towards the heel. And then you can also get a beautiful stretch of the spine in the meantime. So everything gets benefited. And back, stretch, and also of the arms, the shoulders, a slight protection of the shoulder blades. Come up, so we get everything involved. I'm focusing a lot on the legs, but everything else also gets into the mix. And go back, stretch, toes looking up, feel the inner thighs. So you can also engage the quad. So when you go back, purposefully engage the quad, so you'll see more tension in the inner thigh and in the hamstring, because obviously they're opposites. So when you stretch the quad, when you engage the quad, you stretch the hamstring. Reciprocal inhibition is called. You stretch one side, you strengthen the other. Okay, awesome, perfect. So from here we're going to go, just curl yourself up. Let's go to the front of a mat, well, middle of a mat, that works also. And then from here we're going to cross, let me show you. Cross the right leg in front of the left leg. We come up, and then we're going down, and hang it all. And then you'll feel the stretch, especially in the back leg, which is the left in this case. And here we're getting also the IT band, the ischiotibial band, the side, which very rarely gets stretched. And there's also a lot of tension accumulated there that is going to affect all the ligaments of the knee. Try to leave the head hanging, try to touch the floor. You don't have to, but leave the gravity of the head just hanging down. And breathe. And I can feel my IT band really screaming now. Okay, slowly come up with a big inhale. And let's change. So let's put the left foot and the left leg in front of the right one. You don't have to cross like massively, just whatever feels comfortable. And then from here, come up. Inhale and go down. Exhale and keep breathing. Don't hold the breath. And then now you can feel the extension of the IT band on the right leg or the side. And if you don't, just wait. And it will come. Again, drop everything. Try to relax, which is difficult when you have so much going on. Because also the back of the leg is also getting a big stretch. And slowly come up. Big inhale. If you're not awake, I don't know what's going to wake you up. Okay, let's go to the front of the mat. Let's come to Malasana. So toes in kind of 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock, width of the mat. And from here, we're going to go down. If you have a short Malasana, please feel free. Mine is quite wide. And then we're going to start opening the hips. So also, if you need to put a block underneath your sacrum, do so. Hands into front of the chest. Elbows are going to be pushing the knees out. So it's, as I said, if it's the first thing you do in the morning, probably your hips are not really very likely to open straight away. But that's what we're here for. So as I said, try to push the elbows onto the knees, onto the inner thighs, and just open. Let's sway a little bit. Try to let the hip relax, and from here we're going to be going up and down. So we'll take an inhale and we come up. Exhale, go down, hands in front of the chest, and you can push a little bit in the meantime. Come up. Inhale, then go down, and come up again. Engage the glutes, engage the thighs, so really pushing it. Exhale. The body stays up, so no hunching. Inhale. Exhale. Quads super strong. Glutes engaged. Core also braced. Okay, and the last one. Come up. The core is also going inwards like you're preparing for a punch in the belly. Okay, from here we're going to do a little bit of a flow. Let me just show you the flow first. I'm going to put the hands on the floor, The right leg comes to the back, and then we're going to extend the hips. Hip flexor is a huge muscle, so we need to have it strong but also stretched. So the knee doesn't go to the floor, the toe is the floor but not on the floor. So big extension of the hip flexor here. So take advantage of that, make the most of it. Someone's having coffee in the neighborhood because I smell coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I love the smell of coffee. I drink from time to time, but I'm not a big coffee drinker. Okay, from here we're going to extend the left leg, push the hips backwards, leave the toes of the left leg, and then big stretch, kind of a pyramid pose. It's not really a pyramid pose, but the back heel goes towards the floor. The toes come up in the front leg, and then I have a massive extension here on the back of the thigh, the back of the legs, so calves and hamstrings get a big stretch, and then engage the quadriceps. So the more you engage the quadriceps, the more you stretch the back. So we are here. I mean, ideally we'll be going towards the leg, but because afterwards we're not flow it will be too fast, so you probably will go, I don't even know where I am. But now let's take the moment to just come down towards the leg. Oh, exhale. Oh, so massive stretch also in the back of the leg, in the back leg. Too many backs and too many legs. Okay, let's go down again. From here, we're going to do a twist. So right hand on the floor, left hand comes out. The navel goes towards the inner thigh, and the back leg doesn't go floppy, it goes really strong. So remember to really involve every single muscle. From here we come down, and then we come back to Malasana again, and that will be the flow. So hopefully not too complicated. Then we come back again. Inhale, come down, and now we're going to do with the left leg back to the back. Again, knee doesn't go to the floor, goes towards the floor, but do not touch. And from here, let's really extend the hip flexor. So a few little tiny bounces. No, don't go crazy. And we're extending here big time the hip flexor. Iliac, psoas, all of them are just being extended. And then from here, we're going to extend the right leg. Hips go towards the back. We're going to start lifting the toes of the front leg, so the right, and the heel of the back leg goes towards the floor. Kind of pyramid pose, but not really, but for you to have a little bit of an idea. Both legs are super extended. It can be slightly microbent if it bothers you. So you can always, we don't want to lock the knee. We're taking care of our knees. From here, we're going to just go towards the leg that is extended ahead of us. So breathe out and try to bend towards it. Massive stretch of the hamstring. The biceps femoris. Ah. Awesome. Let's go and bend the right knee again. The left hand goes on the floor and the right hand comes up to the sky in a beautiful twist. Awesome. Oh, this feels so good. This also benefits the spine. As I said, we're focusing on the knees, but everything else gets benefited. And then from here, we're going to come to our Malasana again. And come up and go down. So this is how it's going to flow. So we're going to do 3 on each side. And that's it. So let's spirit it up with inhales and exhales. So let's inhale, come up, exhale, go down. Inhale, right leg goes to the back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, come back to the front. Exhale, open in a big twist. Inhale, we're coming to the front. Let's do the left side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go down. Inhale, leg goes to the back. Exhale, extend both knees. Inhale, come down. Exhale, go to your twist. Inhale, come to the floor, exhale, Malasana. Inhale, come up, exhale, go down. Inhale, right leg to the back, exhale, both legs extended. Inhale, we bend again, exhale, we twist towards the sky. Inhale, hand to the floor, exhale, Malasana. Inhale, come up, exhale, go down. Inhale, left leg to the back, exhale, we extend both legs. Inhale, we go to low lunge. Exhale, we do the twist and open up to the sky. Inhale, hand to the floor. Exhale, we go to Malasana. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go down. And the last one. Inhale, right leg to the back. Exhale, extend both legs. Feet go up, toes go up. Inhale, let's go down. Exhale, big twist up to the sky. Inhale, hand goes to the floor. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, come up. Exhale, Malasana again. Inhale, left leg. This is the last one. Exhale, extend both legs. Inhale, let's go to low lunge. Exhale, up in your twist. Inhale, let's go down to low lunge again. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, come up, and exhale, go down. Let's go back again. Inhale, heel toe. Let's go to Tadasana. And I hope that really woke everything up, because in my case it really did. Now all the legs are super. Should have maybe put my hair up. Anyway, it's too late now. Let's go to upward salute. Let's do a few movements here just to go down to the floor. Forward fall. Flat back extend. Put your hands, let's go to the back. You can slowly go through vinyasa. You can put your knees on the floor or just skip it if you want. Back bend. And let's go to downward dog. Okay. And from downward dog. Yes. When you have a lot of hair like me, that's what happens. Okay, downward dog. Remember, hands super strong. Push your hips backwards, hips towards the back. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bend slightly the knees. That's what we're using. And then from bending the knees, we're going to just leave them bent. Extend one of the legs, I'm doing the left now, and heel towards the floor. Then we bend the left, we extend the right, and we try to reach the heel towards the floor. And we keep moving back and forth. Remember, push yourself back, shoulders away from ears, super strong hands, and just keep pedaling the feet, really trying to reach towards the floor, because we're aiming to super extend the back part of the leg, especially calves, the Achilles heel, of course hamstrings, everything gets involved. This feels awesome. It's about 35 degrees here, so if you see me dripping, you know why. Awesome. And now both feet are extended, so both our legs extended, and then we're going to just go into our toes and go down. It's a smaller movement, or it's a different movement, but we're really warming up the calves here. So come up on your tippy toes. You probably feel the calves super engaged, and even the quads engage them, and the core, so core gets pulled in. Exhale. Inhale, everything comes up like you really want to go like a little ballerina on your tippy toes. And exhale. Inhale. Calves are on fire. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Now we're going to leave the right leg. Open the hip a little bit more. Just drop the foot behind you. Just to open the hip. This feels so good. I've probably heard it from me before. I love this stretch. And then from here, we're going to go knee towards the nose. The foot comes between the hands, and we're coming not fully on a high lunge, but we're going to just grasp the fingers on the floor, and we're coming kind of halfway. Just halfway here, so we're not going up yet. From here, we're going to extend the arms to the sides, or you can put them in front of your heart, because guess where we're going? We're going to Warrior 3. So whatever works for you, slowly tilt the body down, the weight goes towards the front. Extend the back leg, toes looking down, glutes super engaged, quads super engaged. The standing legs can be slightly micro bent, but also super engaged. Hold that Warrior 3. From here, we're going to bring the back leg knee, so the left knee towards the right knee, just bending. Boom, 1. Extend, engage everything. 2. Extend ahead, sorry, staying behind. And 3, wobble, fall, whatever happens. From here, we stand, pass, do not put the foot on the floor, and bring the knee towards your chest. Grab it for a second. Yes, I know the right leg is complaining now, like what the heck is going on. Take a couple of breaths, find that balance, squeeze everything and make sure that everything is engaged so you don't fall. Hands to the waist, extend the leg ahead of you, toes go up. Super strength in the quadriceps. You might get a cramp, don't worry, it's okay. And then let's go back, and we're going to go towards the floor to standing split. So passing quickly through Warrior 2, 3, and chest goes towards the thigh, toes still looking down. And it's difficult, sometimes we tend to open the hip, but let's try to keep it neutral, so you don't have to just bring the leg super high. Parallel is fine, and even if it's not parallel, it's also fine. Take a couple of breaths. Then from here, drop the foot to the back. Let's go to high lunge again. Oops. High lunge. And then from here, because it's so beautiful, we're just going to do a twist. So hands in front of the heart. Left elbow goes to the right knee and twist it. And don't worry, we're not going to flow this. This is just one off. So make the most of it while you can. Enjoy. Again, back leg super engaged. Front leg super strong. Navel go towards the thigh. Use the elbow to push yourself up a little bit and enjoy the twist. Okay, let's unravel this. Come back to the high lunge to crescent. And then let's go through our vinyasa. Going through plank, chaturanga. Let's go towards the floor. A little bit of a back bend, because it's always good to engage the glute if you come really high, or if you come to upward dog. Let's go to downward dog. And where we all started. Awesome. And let's do the other side. So left leg comes up and it bends so that you drop the foot behind you towards your glute. Stretch the leg here very intensely. Stretch the leg, stretch the hip flexor, sorry, not the leg. And there's also a massive extension of the calf. If you're going with your heel on the floor, you can feel that. And that feels so good. Also from here, knee to the nose, boom, towards the front. And from here, we're not going to go straight to crescent, we're just going to go halfway. So stay there for a second on the ball of your feet, on the ball of your foot, the back foot. Then from here, we're going to extend the hands towards the side, or if you prefer, just keep them in front of you, whatever works. Give us a smile, keep the smile going, and keep breathing. From here, we're coming to Warrior 3. Okie doke. And the toes are looking down. You can micro bend the left knee a little bit. From here, we're going to go and tap knee to knee. So right knee comes to the back of the left knee. Extend again, super engaging the glutes. That's number 2. Keep the balance. Extend. I'm wobbling like hell. And it's third one. And extend. Awesome. And from here, very, very, very slowly start coming up to vertical. Pass by the vertical. Don't touch the floor. And wobble, wobble, wobble. And come and grab the knee. Bring, oh my goodness, what is going on? You see, that's what happens also. Our body doesn't always go the way we want it. So come up to the center yourself, focus. Oh, let me just choke. Steady point from here, hands to the waist. Extend the leg ahead of you, toes looking up. Glute on fire too, but especially the left ones. Quads really on fire. And I tend to have cramps here. And then we go back with the leg, again passing by. Hands go towards the floor. Standing splits. Toes looking down. Try to reach with your chest towards the thigh, the left thigh. Drop the head. Relax the head as much as you can. Engage the right glutes. So you can lift the right leg a little bit higher. Always looking down to not open the hip. And from here we go towards the back. Drop the toes to the back of the mat. And come back to a high lunge that we never did fully. Oh, okay, open the legs a little bit wider if you need some base to stand, which I do because it seems that I'm a bit wobbly. From here, hands go towards the chest, and let's do that beautiful twist so the right elbow goes beyond the left knee, and then push yourself, trying to reach with the chest your palms, getting that extension. It feels so beautiful. Oh, amazing. Take a couple more breaths. I am wobbly. I was quite steady with the right leg, and then I'm very wobbly, but that's fine. Some days I'm super stable, some days I'm more wobbly. Let's go back to high lunge. Oh, that feels good. And let's go through our vinyasa. Chaturanga. And let's give ourselves a little break. Untuck the toes. Go to beautiful cobra. Get your hair out of the way. If you do have it like me, oh my goodness, should have collected everything. And from here, I'm going to bend the right knee, turn around, grab your foot from the toes, from the inner part of the foot or the outer part, doesn't really matter, and just bring the foot to your butt. Extending the quadriceps here. If it feels better, I'm in my elbow now, but if you think, oh, I can do a little bit more, extend like in a seal pose and bring your foot more towards you. Bending, beautiful stretch. Whatever works, you don't have to be extending your arm, you can be just bending. And that's also beautiful. Sometimes you can almost feel the stretch more. Release. Let's do the other side. So again, bring your foot towards you. You can grab it from the top, from the outside, or from the inside, or you can just try to reach with the crease of your elbow and bring it towards you. There's multiple possibilities. The important thing is you feel that stretch on the quad. And again, if you want to come like this, there's a bit more of a back bending, but the leg actually gets more benefit, I think, when you're here. At least I feel it better. So also find your way. I invite you to just experiment and feel whatever you feel. Okay, release, and then go to downward dog. Bring the left, the right, go through Malasana, and plop, boom, yeah. That was a very elegant way of going onto the floor. Oh my goodness, awesome. So let's do Janu Shirshasana. Don't worry, the tough part is over, or I think that's the tough part over. So let's do right leg comes to the inner thigh, the right foot inner thigh. And again, if you want to prop yourself, I like propping myself this side, because by now you should already know that my right knee is not as good as the left knee. And from here, toes go up. We take a big inhale and we hinge forwards towards the extended leg. And again, you can grab your calf, you can grab your ankle, you can grab your foot, you can grab whatever you have handy. The important thing is you hinge from the hip, and the first thing that touches is the belly with the thigh. The head is not something that, it's not about getting here. It's about extending the spine and stretching the leg. Or the back leg is getting stretched. That's what matters. And of course, there's also some rotation of the hip that is on the other side. So it's also beautiful and beneficial for both. Okay, awesome. From here, we're going to remove this, and we're going to keep the right leg bent. The left leg is going to come behind, and it's going to be the shin parallel to the length of the mat, and this shin is going to be parallel to the shorter part of the mat. So this is deer pose. You might have seen it in some of the yin classes. And from here, we extend ahead, so we're not just hunching and letting us drop to the side, but extend towards the front. And from here, we're going to crawl ourselves towards the front. And you can be also on your hands. If you reach, you can be on your elbows, and that's beautiful. And if you think, oh, this is done, and you can do a little cushion, you can also do a cushion. Also massive stretch for the hip. And it feels really good. Again, whatever you fancy going today, whatever your body is inviting you to go. Also extending the glutes. We do a bit of everything here. Oh, I could stay here for a while, but this is not a yin class, so we're going to come back again. And both feet go in front of us, width of a mat, hands behind, and let's do a bit of a windshield wipers. So knees towards one side and the other, just moving a little bit everything. Awesome. And let's do Janushrasana on the other side. So extend the right leg ahead of you. The left sole comes to the inner thigh. See here, I don't mean my padding, but on my propping, if you do, please feel free. Remember, this has to go to the inner thigh, not to the calf. That would be too intense and wouldn't be beneficial. So inner thigh, whatever works. Extend arms up. And from here we go forward towards the extended leg. Extend the spine. So remember, the first thing just hinges from the hip. The first thing that touches is the belly into the thigh. And grab your calf, grab your ankle, grab whatever you have ahead of you. And toes looking up, so we really have a big stretch. And if you can, I didn't say it in the previous one, just engage a little bit the quads. So the more you engage the quads, the more extension you will feel on the back. That's what we're aiming for now. We're stretching the hamstrings and the calves and all the back side of the leg. And then the left hip also gets a beautiful extension here. Oh, awesome. Perfect. Okay, now we keep the left leg as it is, kind of. Let's go a little bit in front of the mat. The right leg comes towards the back. Remember, the right shin is parallel to the long part of the mat, and the left shin is parallel to the short part of the mat. Deer pose. From here, as I said, don't let yourself go to the side. Keep as much vertical as possible. And from here, remember to always flex the, especially the front foot, so that you protect with shin. You activate the shin and you protect the knee, which is what we're protecting and taking care of now. From here we go down again. You can go on your hands That's beautiful. You can go on your elbows. That's gorgeous. And if you think, okay, I'm comfy here, I want a little bit more of stretch without overdoing it, and if it feels great, you can do a little pillow. You can bring yourself also a little block or whatever works, and enjoy. Take some breaths. Beautiful stretch of the glute, the left glute now. It's turn. It's so nice to hear the birds. There's not a lot of traffic yet, because you might have heard in other videos there's traffic, there's things going on. I mean, it's early, mind you, these guys start so early, early risers, but the birds start early, which is beautiful. Oh, great extension of a lot of things happening here. Again, I could stay here for quite a long time, but for the sake of time, and you can also stop the video and stay here and enjoy, and whatever happens. We're almost done, don't worry. We're coming up. We're going to do the windshield wipers again. So let's move towards the side. This is just a feel-good thing to get things moving again. We didn't stay like 5 minutes, but still, you can feel it in your joints. So it's good to always move everything. Okay, and the last move, our wide angle seated pose, firefly we call it in yin, but don't worry, we're not going to stay forever. And again, if your wide angle is this, beautiful. If it's like this, beautiful too. Whatever works, just do your wide angle as it suits you. And from here, remember, the toes are looking up. So we're activating again the shins. If you activate the shins in the quad, you'll see that the heel actually lifts because everything is engaged. I'm not saying you have to do that like that because it feels too much. So we're going to put the heels down, but activate the shins. And again, we'll just work on that part that is going to protect the knees. And from here, you can have your hands just in front of you, or you can just walk them slightly ahead. Keep the toes, because I tend to go like this. So the toes go forward, and we want to keep the toes looking up. So, and there's a massive difference. I mean, if you just drop them, you'll see that there's not so much tension in the inner thigh. But if you start opening them and putting them up towards the sky again, there is a huge difference. So those little micro adjustments make a massive difference. I mean, I could just go like this and just, if I drop the toes, it looks a lot easier. But if I really engage the thigh bones, the femur, tibia, they're all really doing some work here, just moving towards the external part, thanks to my muscles, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't move. There is a huge difference. Just that little micro activation is a game changer. So then the inner thighs are super, super activated. Again, we need that elasticity. The collagen is so important now in a lot of fibers. And you know what works really well for collagen, for the fascia, for the elastin, the hyaluronic acid, and all these beautiful things that we tend to get through other sources. Yin. Just do some yin classes. God. If you can, a little bit lower, but try to keep the feet up. And again, use a bolster. See, you can beautifully use the bolster here. Let me show you. See, this feels so good, because then I can really focus on engaging and pushing. Even I can push my feet towards the back and feel that stretch. This is more a passive stretch. So I'm more for the active stretch right now. Both are good. And then come up again. Oh, that was intense. Okay, let's move this. Let's remove everything. And guess what? We're going to Shavasana. Close the legs. Give yourself a little bit of a tremble. Let it all relax. And Shavasana. Let's go to our backs. Palms go up. Extend the neck so there's no cranking and it's all relaxing. Cheeks are relaxed, forehead, jaw, shoulders on the floor, super heavy, arms really relaxed, the belly is just dropped, goes up and down because you're breathing, but there's no active engagement there. Hips are super relaxed, buttocks towards the floor, very heavy. Legs, let them really rest. You gave them a stir. So probably you're enjoying now the heaviness of them. That weight really stuck on the ground. Sinking in. Feel your breathing. The air coming in through the nostrils and out of the nostrils. Oh, and I could fall asleep in here, then the video will be too long. So start wiggling toes and fingers if you're coming with me, otherwise feel free to stay. You can extend your arms above, how big you want. Stretch your legs too. Oh, I think they're still, yes they are, awesome. And then you can go towards one side or the other side. Get yourself in a little fetal position if you want, or if you prefer just to grab your knees, the back of your thighs, and slightly rock and roll yourself. Give yourself a little bit of a back massage. Oh, come to a cross-legged seated position. Oh, hands in front of your heart. God, I'm sweaty. It's hot in here. Bow your chin slightly. Take another breath. Keep breathing deeply, because that's what keeps you alive. And thank your body. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful body we have. This amazing vessel that keeps us around and doing everything we love doing. It's not just everything we don't love doing, but everything basically. And we love our body for that, because it's incredible, it's amazing, it's magical, it's a miracle. So thank you so much, body. You can open your eyes with a big smile, because you worked really hard today, but your knees are going to benefit from that. Come over anytime. I mean, most of the flows that you see in the channel, you know, there's a lot of work in the legs, most of them. Otherwise, you could also look around and see what fits. But take care of your knees. I mean, the knees are very sensitive. They tend to have a lot of injuries. They get weaker as we get more experience in life. So take good care. I mean, yoga is a wonderful way of keeping the body moving, the mind getting calm, and everything getting into motion. So come back anytime. I'll be always very happy to see you. Thank you so much, and namaste.